I'm Mary Lukasik and welcome to my teaching demonstration. Today I'll be talking about the simple past and past progressive. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I'll show you, and then I'll show you an activity that I typically use with the students. With me in the classroom today is Molly Burns, and she will be videotaping me. Thank you, Molly. Okay, let's start with the PowerPoint presentation. I'm only focusing on statements in the interest of time. So we'll start with the simple past. Let's look at this picture here. We graduated from college in 2007. Okay, it's in the past, 2007. Let's look at some more examples. Our family ate lunch outside yesterday. This is an event that's already happened. Notice the verb ate. The spelling changes on some verbs. This one is irregular. Here's another one. Adriana studied English for 6 hours last Wednesday. Hopefully you did too. So again, in the past. Our family ate lunch outside yesterday. Adriana studied English for 6 hours last Wednesday. So the simple past has to do with activities or situations that began and ended in the past. They are over and done with. Let's look at some more examples. They watched the movie last night. Alexandra answered the question yesterday. So how do we form the simple past? With regular verbs, we add ed. Watch becomes watched. Answer becomes answered. We slept in tents at camp last summer. Slept is an irregular form, so the spelling changes. Or I understood most of the directions yesterday. So there are many verbs in English that have an irregular form. The spelling changes quite a bit. Sleep becomes slept. Understand becomes understood. Eat becomes ate. So let me ask the class now, what did you do last night? Hopefully we get some volunteers. There's nobody here right now, or what did you eat last night for dinner? I ate fish, maybe for dinner. How long did you sleep last night? So I would ask for volunteers to answer that question. Let's take a look at simple past and past progressive. He ran to work yesterday. This is a completed action in the past. He was running when the bus drove by. If you look here, we have the past progressive. Was running. Edgar was running when the bus drove by. They were eating when I got home. First, let's take a look at the use. We have an action that is taking place in the past when something interrupts it. Edgar was running when the bus drove by. He was in this process when this other action occurred. Or they were eating when I got home. This action was in progress, eating, when the other event occurred, when I got home. The form of the past progressive is was or were plus the verb with ing added to the end. Let's look at some more examples. I, or she, he, it, was talking. You, we, or they were talking. We could also make negative statements by putting not in between was or were and the verb ing, such as he was not talking. Or we were not talking. So again, use number one for the past progressive, it is an action that is interrupted in the past. It is ongoing when something here occurs. Let's look at some more examples. I was reading when he arrived. So the reading is going on. Reading, 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 reading. When all of a sudden he arrives. So it's interrupted with the arrival. Use number 2, to describe what was happening at a specific time in the past. For example, at 5 o'clock yesterday morning, it was raining. Here we can say, for example, it starts at 4 o'clock, it's raining, raining, raining. Here comes 5 o'clock, the specific time, it was still raining. Okay, let's practice. So at this point, I would get the students into groups, and they would get a sheet of paper with different sentences, and they are to write additional sentences, one in the past, one in the past progressive. The goal of this is to have a group story by the time we're finished. So right now I would get the students into groups. Group number 1 would get the beginning of the story, which is, one night I was driving along a country road. Group number 2 gets the sentences. Suddenly, someone jumped out in front of me. He looked strange. Group number 3 gets the sentence, the strange person pointed to a house at the side of the road. Group 4 has, I locked my car. I went with the man toward the house. So group 4 has to finish the story. One sentence is in the simple past, the other one in the past progressive. So at this point, the students would get together, form their sentences, and then share it with the class so that we end up with one very funny story at the end. Thank you for joining me in my demonstration. I look forward to talking to you soon.